Hey, it's Chris Peters with a short video. In this video, we're going to talk about getting access to the early release functions in SharePoint. And it is something you'd need to be a SharePoint Global Admin to be able to do. So we're just going to walk through it. So example would be, I'm in my site here, and I do have the early release option. So in other words, I would see some of the new features before my general end user audiences would see them, so I can get a chance to take a look at them. Normally, time goes by after that until you get to general release, where your rest of your end users would be able to see some new feature that's in SharePoint. If I go to this new button here for examples, notice I have lists form. So this is a new feature, came out probably 2-3 weeks ago, maybe more, where right from the home page, I can go ahead and create a list form that's custom and automatically generate the list that will carry the content that the form produces when people fill out the form. So that'll be in a different video. This is more about how do I get my site so that I've got the early release feature, or maybe I want to add 2 or 3 of my users and have them have early release so they can take a look at a new feature in SharePoint ahead of time over the rest of the user population that uses SharePoint. So the way we're going to do it is we're going to go to our app launcher here and open it up, and I'm going to go to admin. Now from admin, I'm going to go ahead and click on show all. And what I want to get to is this settings option. Let's get back over to it. Right here, because I'm in admin, and I'm going to open it up. And the option I'm looking for here is org settings. So we're going to give that a click. And the screen comes up for org settings. Your next click is going to be on organization profile. So we're going to click organization profile. And we're going to scroll down a little bit here. And we want to get down to this section called release preferences. Choose how your organization gets new features and service updates from Microsoft 365. Most of your average end users do not have early release. They've got what they call standard release. So we're going to go in and make a change here, or at least take a look at what changes we could make. So we're going to click on release preferences. Notice the panel comes up, good information here. And right now, targeted release, I was calling it early release. So targeted release is already turned on for everyone. But what I could do is, if I wanted to come in here and change this to standard release for everyone, then everybody who's on my site, normally with the exception of the owner, your global admin people, are only going to see the standard release. In other words, if they're on standard release as a normal end user, they wouldn't see that feature I showed you on my site, where we can explore that list form feature more. So we've got target release for everyone, or we have target release for selected users. So let's say you want yourself and 2 or 3 of your super users to be able to see the changes that come in earlier than the end users and the regular audience for SharePoint at the company see it. And that's about it. So in this particular case here, targeted release for everyone is what I had selected. See, when I make it standard, it wants me to save it because I originally was set as target release for everyone. So bottom line, if you wanted to open up standard release for everyone, that means you're the only person that's going to be seeing these new things. If it's targeted, they're going to see the new stuff coming in, and normally it's in pretty good shape, but it's a pre-release, a targeted release. So our super users and site owners that can really make the time to go and investigate a new feature can see that feature. Otherwise, if they're trying to do news posts or articles about the new feature and they don't see it on their menus in SharePoint like we would see it like I showed you earlier, they're probably on standard release and wouldn't be able to do much. And that's about it. So we're just going to leave this the way it is. If we did change it to standard for everyone, the last step would be simply to click it and hit the save. I'll click it so you see what it looks like. And it tells you that it saved it. It also kind of takes sometimes up to 24 hours for a change to take place. So that's basically the amount of time. Sometimes it's only a couple of hours, but give it a couple of hours, go back, see if now you're seeing some of the early release types of features in SharePoint. Good, I'm going to go back to targeted for me, and we're going to save. And then that's saved, and that's it. So that's how we got to it. Real quick, kind of just a redo to look real quick. I go to admin. Once the admin comes up, I want to show all. When that is opened up, I go to settings, open it up. We'll do this again real quick. Settings is open, org settings, organizational profile, and then down to release preferences. Currently set for targeted release, that's what we left it with before, but that's how to get here to make those changes. And again, you'd want to be an admin to be able to do that. And let's go home. And we'll go up a little bit here too. And that's it. Thanks a lot.